here, they had the Chang'e with the Lolita combo, which is something that Scythe is very comfortable with. And it seems like Muramasa, they have been banning heroes that are targeted towards specific teams here. So comfort picks are going to be the priority for them. And Muramasa is doing exactly that. So Scythe here will do a very similar thing as well here. They will ban Atlas, they will ban Eve, leaving up a lot of options such as Matilda, such as the Glue again. And Muramasa, do they want to take the export away? You know, considering that Jack EU does play a really mean export, do they want to put him at a really tough spot, or do they just want to prioritize something that they want to? In this case, Estes is going to be the priority here with Muramasa. And based on what I'm seeing here, Scythe is going to be mirroring as well, export and also Lolita being prioritized from Scythe. Okay.
Lolita and Xbox here, I think it's going to be very interesting indeed. Lolita is going to be a very, very interesting pickup. I think that is going to actually be in one of their compositions where it is going to be Lolita that's going to try to give a lot of supportive capabilities to his Jack. Jack EU does favor quite a bit of this. Ooh. What do you think about Star and Moon there picking up the Sun?
Okay, see, interesting fact.
Yeah.
Is that Sun has been revamped recently to a point that his first kill is able to just have an additional escape mechanics here instead of just tossing a casual illusion. And I like that they try to bring it back. And in terms of jungle potential, it's amazing as well. Late game potential is one of the strongest in the game. But the only weak side that I can think of the Sun is that his doppelgangers are just so weak early to mid to the game. But when it reaches to his later stage game, when the doppelganger is able to sustain his straight through, Estes just completely makes sure he does not die. And I would say it's okay. It's not the best. But on the contrary here, Scythe, they're mirroring each other. Another fighter late game marksman-ish hero that scales really, really insanely into his later stage game is an Alucard. So
yeah, we rarely actually see Alucard in a lot of the games that we have casted in the past. So it does go to show that there's going to be a lot of comfort picks. For the Sun pickup here is really interesting because yes, I do agree that there is going to be some very interesting mechanics in that sense.
I want to bring on one point is that out of all the marksmen here, and even in professional setting, especially in Malaysia region, the only team that played Alucard and completely dominated in the scene is Orange Esports. And they played it in a way where they full buff hyper carry on the Alucard. And when I mean hyper carry, they had Raphael, they had Angela that just completely went in ham on Alucard, just destroy the game. And they made it so easy. And it's the first ever I've seen in a professional setting Alucard winning the game in that setting here, but they've buffed it up a lot of times. So I wouldn't be surprised that the Alucard matchup against the Sun is going to be very, very favorable. So either ways, as of now, in this current stage game, I feel like it's a 50-50 draft, but a little bit more on the greed side for Scythe right now.
Yeah, Alucard, I think for Alucard, it is going to be very interesting in terms of how he's going to be using the Pursuit's passive, as well as the synergy of his Vision Wave that follows up with all of the composition that is ready for the side of Scythe. Whereas for the side of Muramasa, it's going to be very interesting to see how they're going to be dealing with it. Remember, this is going to be a best of 3, which I feel is going to be, one of those matchups where, I mean, if you make mistakes in the first game, then adaptability will come into play. Whether or not you'll be able to adapt to the ever-present changes that actually develop and show itself over the next potentially 3 games is going to be very important indeed. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is the live at Maxis Esports Tournament. I hope you guys are ready for the action that's about to transpire. It is going to be Muramasa going up against Scythe in this first round. And I feel that it's going to be game number 1 here as we load in. Are you ready for this, IC? Because I'm ready.
Yep, definitely here. Ladies and gentlemen, here we're going to be jumping straight into the first semi-finals. Here is going to be between Muramasa and Scythe in this best of 3 series here. And to start things off here, looks like Muramasa, the undefeated thus far, is going to go for a very interesting approach here. They've got the Aegis up on Estes, but look at this. Double executes here. One on Uranus, one on the Guinevere. And it seems like it is going to be extremely aggressive gameplay once again coming from Muramasa.
Yeah, it is going to be very aggressive indeed, and it could be very revealing into how they are going to be playing this out. I tend to give quite a bit of. I tend to feel that that's a little bit of foreshadowing coming in from Star and Kojal. They want to actually play this out very aggressively. Judging from their overall rotations, it is going to actually show. Oh, wait, Clefairy there in a little bit of trouble there. Pfizer will be able to do quite a bit of damage onto Clefairy. Clefairy will at least try to make sure that there isn't going to be much punishment over the bot side. Moon and Star, beautifully there, starting out from Jack-Yu. Jack-Yu right now has to get back a little bit. Windstruck right now in a little bit of trouble. There goes Moon. That takes a little bit of damage. Will decide to get back away here as Star right now. Looks like Windstruck right now may actually be in a very interesting spot. Beautiful turnaround there coming in from the Moon. Will be able to help Star secure that first blood kill onto its side. Muramasa there scoring their first move onto Scythe.
Oh, that was a very great clutch there coming from both Moon and Star. The Stars and the Moon align here, relying on the fact that Uranus is able to reduce the attack power up on Windstruck. Enough time for him to go for a reset. And on the contrary as well, on top side, nice pick off here coming from Kojal to take down the Leslie here. Both of the cores here coming from Scythe are going to be slowing down in terms of farm here, but seems like they are going to try and contest Turtle down bottom again here. Sun Illusions are extremely distracting, and that's going to be an easy takedown here now with the Feather Airstrike almost taking Clefairy here. Scythe needs to retreat here as Muramasa taking 2 kills and also the turtle on top of that.
Yeah, and that's going to be the thing that I feel that coming in from the side of Scythe, that they have to be very wary about. I do like the fact that Scythe were able to actually score in some of these fights, but it seems that Muramasa just have a little bit of a better understanding. Jack-Yu now a little bit has to be a little bit wary, as Star was able to get a little bit of the cheeky pokes onto Jack-Yu, as he is going to be having a little bit of trouble here, as the pokes are slowly going to build it up in terms of the damage that has accrued towards the side of Jack-Yu.
Yep. And speaking of which, Jack-Yu, knowing that he's been extremely aggressive when it comes to playing the Xbox here, seeing how Muramasa is playing right now here, he's not been able to hit his timing or any sort of kills here to build out his stack for the Festival of the Bloods here. He's playing a little bit defensively here, but that's what you kind of expect here. So you have to give credit towards Muramasa just because of the fact they cannot do the kind of plays here. But now Kojal with the beautiful counter engagement here, he's going to be able to catch up on Leslie. And now Windstruck is struggling to play catch up, but instead Rainbow will go in for the rebound, gets the dunk in, and that's going to be going a 1-for-1 trade here. But it is a side lane for a core. Scythe, they're struggling with their cores here. They just don't have enough damage or mobility yet up on Windstruck and Leslie here before they can re-engage. And whereas Muramasa is looking to go full-on aggressive.
Full-on aggression is going to be the story here for the side of Moon as well as Star. Seems that judging from the theme of Moon and Star, they are going to be mostly together onto the bot side, but it seems that because the priority that's being built up from the side of Muramasa, they will be able to open up the turtle for themselves, as Scythe right now may actually be trying to get more priority onto the mid side. So at least if they lose out on the turtle, they still will be able to go for that mid side priority. And I feel that coming in for the side of Scythe, it is going to be quite a wise choice for them to actually give out that turtle, at least to play it a little bit safe. But oh, look at the engagement they're coming in from the side of Muramasa. Muramasa right now pulling off the trigger, but it seems that the turtle will be taken away from the side of Scythe, as beautifully done there for the side of Muramasa to be able to secure the kill. But it's going to be Clefairy next, as we do see Leslie right now throwing off a little bit of those deeps onto him, but Clefairy will live to fight another day. Moon letting the double take some of that damage and make Scythe a little bit excited as to the greed that may come from the side of Muramasa.
Yeah, and as of now, it seems like based on the composition here, Scythe just does not have enough damage to burst down the heals coming from AFF, just because they have the double cores here, which needs a little bit more time before it actually come online here. Whereas Muramasa, they're taking advantage that, hey, we've got tanky heroes, we've got a lot of units here, let's overrun them. And in this case, it puts Scythe in a really peculiar spot where if they want to kill Moon on that Sun here, it's going to be extremely tough. They need to hero target lock particularly here. And if you overcommit for the Sun, there is going to be the Farsa that is going to be there. And in this case, not just Farsa, Kojal being very, very cheeky with his magic thumb as well, which is very, very nice done. But this time, he will pay the price for his over-aggression. But is it going to be enough? Because Scythe, they need a little bit more farm.
Yeah, that was beautifully done from Leslie there. Was able to use the ultimate snipe there to work out. The snipe definitely working out wonders. We do see there's going to be quite a bit of an interesting turn here from the side of Star as well as Jackie Yu. Not too far off. It's going to be Windstruck there. We're going to go in with a little bit. Oh, look at that Windstruck there. Very much aggressive indeed with that Alucard, but got to be careful that the turnaround there is going to work wonders for the side of Star. Going to go spin around to get that damage here, as Clefairy right now is going to be the next target in this fight and will be taken down beautifully for the side of Af, as we do see that members of Muramasa right now turning on the aggression and lighting members of Scythe on fire.
Kojao.
We're going to be seeing a beautiful one there coming in from Kojao to follow up with a beautiful follow-up for the side of Pfizer as well. That's going to be a jab that they won't recover from there for the side of Scythe. I do believe that Muramasa is working it out and staying as aggressive as they can moving forward.
Yeah, very nice catch there coming from Kojao. Kojao's on fire right now here. He's 3-2-2, but at the same time, he's been getting a little bit more insane catches here thus far, and Scythe, they are going to struggle a little bit more here for the next few fights to come. In this case, Kojao, he's going to actually burn out, but he's going to be able to escape this here because it seems like he's trying to bait out some sort of fight, but looks like he is going to go down for the count, as Leslie will be able to get the snipe down in that regard. So once again, a little bit of over-aggression, gonna be punished for this regards, but at the same time, Muramasa, they're desperately trying to get a little bit more objectives, whereas Scythe, they're just buying time here. Star is there with the Uranus. He is gonna try and go in for a little bit of harassment, but nothing major, nothing crazy yet. But if you think about chipping into his towers here, as of now, they don't exactly have a lot of objectives or turret damage here, just because of how Sun is not exactly a range hero to actually get this kind of clutches yet. So I don't know. It seems like they need to figure out a way to try and deal with the pushing potential. Whereas from Scythe here, they've got a lot of long range pokes. So if they don't breach into his tier 3s as quickly as they can from Muramasa, things might get ugly here for Muramasa.
Yeah, things might definitely get ugly there. Definitely something that they don't want to be looking forward to. And I think we are ready to go back into the game. Sorry for the technical difficulties that's happening behind the scenes. Maybe a bit of a connection error on our end. We would like to apologize for those of you guys who were hoping to see how that was going to be transpiring. But you see that Muramasa right now, 8 minutes into the game, very much considering into this fight that they don't want to actually let the game take too long, because if Leslie is able to scale into this game, it's going to be very problematic for the side of Muramasa to close it out effectively, considering the rage that Scythe could use. Oh, look at that Pfizer right now using his ultimate to drop it down. Windstruck holding on towards the blind spot here as he is able to spot out Sun going for that buff.
Yeah, definitely here. And as you can see, Muramasa, they're getting desperate by the minute as well. We are almost past the 9-minute mark here. And a couple more minutes, this is where Scythe will start to get a little bit of online time here. But now, they're going to try and make a turtle attempt as well. But Windstruck misses the mark here. He's going to pay the price. 1-for-1 trade. But guess what? Muramasa, they're all clumped up. And Scythe, they made a huge blunder here. They committed all their spells on towards Moon's doppelganger and could not find the right target. And because of that, the Veil's ultimate here is completely whiffed off. They lose the entirety of the fight. They lose out all the damage. And Estes on F was able to heal up the entirety of Team Muramasa. Oh, what a play. What a play. A desperate attempt coming from the side, but that was going to be a costly one for them because Muramasa was able to come up on top. But now another catch coming in from Rainbow. Not going to be able to connect the thought as well. It seems to me Sun's illusion is just going to be so annoying. And look at this. Is that the real one? No, it's not. It's so tanky. It looks like the real one, but it's fake. It's a prank, guys. It's a prank. It's a doppelganger. And just like that, Muramasa, they're just taking advantage and making monkey business all the way through. And this is going to be an easy one here coming from Muramasa if this keeps up. But Scythe right now, oh no! A massive two-man catch coming from Kojao. Double kill for them is not looking good for Scythe right now. And Jackie Yu, he's down so low. He's got no immortalities. He's got no Firaga armor. And he's going to die as well. As Muramasa slowly chipping away at Scythe's backlines. Feather Airstrike as well. Forces Clefairy with the flicker. This is going to be a tough one here. 20 seconds left before the Lord spawns in. Seems like Muramasa doesn't even need it. They are chipping away at the tier 3s right now from the get-go.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting one as Tier 3 is going to be chipped out from the side of Muramasa. Muramasa right now knocking on Scythe door. And like you said, it was all a prank. Cameras were everywhere. It was definitely going to be working in favor for the side of Muramasa. As Scythe got a little bit excited to see whether or not it was going to be Moon that gets taken down. Lord is going to come into play. And I don't think that this is going to be contested from the side of Scythe, as the competition is definitely favoring members of Muramasa here, as Moon is going to go for that solo Lord, and this could be the final encore here for the side of Scythe, as Muramasa is looking to end this orchestra by playing some beautiful songs for the side of Scythe, and it's all about their demise.
Yep, in this case here, it seems like the calm before the storm is going to be coming in. The Lord is coming in here, but as soon as I say here, it looks like a massive hurricane here, because Gojao is going to go in for the tornado fight as well, because it is going to be a challenge between both of them. And Scythe, they're trying all they can. Here comes the insanity here, but Estes here is just so strong. They just don't have the damage. They just don't have the follow-up. And Scythe, they're crumbling to pieces. Muramasa is just out-sustaining all this damage here. Here comes the Lord. There's no way they can defend against this here. And just like that, Muramasa takes game 1 of the semi-finals. And what a game coming in from Muramasa, as Scythe tried all their best, but they just did not have enough damage to fight against the sustainabilities of Muramasa with that Estes pickup.
And I think that's